How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another... Whoop, drop my controller. Right under the desk. Okay, so let's try that again.
Hi everybody, how's it going? Chili dogs.
Hey, we're back here in Portugal. I hope you're having a good day. It's a stormy day down here, but that's all right. I'm ready to start a war with Spain and bring the pain. Hey, Baron, how are you? The fleet's going okay. It's going okay. I think we could get one more ship in here. And Sargi, welcome to the playthrough. So here's the deal. Previously on Uncharted Waters, I'd sailed back from Japan with silver, loaded up at Mozambique, made a mistake of not having enough money for food for the return journey. So went back to China, bought more raw silk, went to Japan, traded the silk for the silver, took the silver to Mozambique, sold all that off, bought gold, returned with gold to Europe, only to find that I had already really wrecked the marketplaces here in Portugal. So I had to sail up to London. So doing back and forth trips between London to sell gold and then coming back to Lisbon, Portugal, to deposit money into the bank, which is at the King's Castle. I did some of that off screen because really just tedious back and forth. So actually what I'm going to do is see how much cash we've got in savings. We've got 387,000 gold. So hopefully that lasts us for a while. We're just going to go ahead and hang on to that. And let's speak to the king. His Majesty will see you now. Ah, Sir Red, welcome. Let me explain to you our nation's sphere of influence. And that's it. And that's it. How about we call on the princess? Oh, Red, I'm so glad we could meet. Your words are such a comfort to me. I have faith in you. I'll do my best to live up to your expectations. Profess love, flowers, or gift. Really? So this is new. I don't know. I think we might just do flowers. I hope that you will accept these. Oh, what beautiful flowers. Fare thee well. Hey, that was nice. We got a little attention from the princess. That's not too shabby. This is looking pretty blurry to me today. It's usually crisper. It's a mite crisper, I guess. I don't know. Red's got game. That's true. I wonder what rank we even are anymore. Let's see. I know the last time I checked, I was a page. Just a mere humble page. But now, I do have game. I am a baronet. Now, Baronet Red. Hello. And I have level 14 sailing. I need to increase my battle experience now at some point. So, kind of unsure what to do next, though. We made a lot of money. I guess the next thing I should really save up for is a warship. But let's see what they're talking about here at the place of foods. Hi there. Don't forget to tip the waitress, Carlotta. Someone's looking for you in Istanbul. Okay, so we're going to have to hoof it over there. Gossip sometimes says the same thing. You're the one they call Red. Someone's looking for you in Istanbul. Okay. There's no sailors here. So let's Julian down to Istanbul and kind of see what's going on there. Now, this is also kind of approaching our first week of playing Uncharted Waters, and I am feeling it that okay, we're pretty advanced the way through this game now, but what can I do? 25 months, Cinco de Mayo. I'm kind of speechless, which is rare for me to be speechless. Thanks very much for your hospitality. I would humbly like to express my gratitude. Thank you. That's very generous of you. I will ensure that I'm streaming for 25 months. No long breaks that I took, previously. Come hell or high water or a branch falling through my ceiling or anything like that. My goodness. Thanks very much. Hey, this is blurry looking today. I wonder why that is. Maybe, you know what? I'm going to try something. It might be this. It might be this. Let's see. Sometimes the lens of the camera. Is that a little better? Oh, not at all. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Lighting on this game does not enjoy being captured. So for those of you that don't know, Cinco, I'm going to give a little shout out to Cinco. He was playing Doraemon RPG last night. The dude is writing a Famicom book that you should definitely check out. You can find him on Blue Sky. I believe you closed your X account, Cinco, but it should be Cinco Play on Blue Sky. Regularly provides updates, all that sort of thing. Let me see here. Wind is not looking very favorable. Okay, that's right. I needed you to hum a few bars. Couldn't quite remember if you'd closed it or if not. There's a lot of people who have moved on, understandably so. Let me see if I can't continue to play with this until I get something that looks a little better to me. Tricky thing with capturing this game actually is on the world map, the color keeps changing. The brightness keeps changing. So the camera's really not sure what to do. So you can pimp your book on it. That's one way to put it. Or you know what we could do is we could take some artwork to nearby places. Oh, but I need to go to Istanbul. That's right. So that is not going to be able to find that from the map in my head because I don't have one. It looks like it's in this direction here. It seriously never gets old. And every single time I think about that, the Tiny Toons version of that song. Every single time. You know what? I bet you that gets pretty old in Istanbul. Or maybe they haven't heard that song in Istanbul for good reason. Like maybe it's illegal to play that song in Istanbul. Never know. Could be the case. So, for those of you who know this game, is there any way to sail faster? Any way to increase sailing speed? Because we are sailing. But we could stand the sail a mite quicker, I think. Let's see. Istanbul, we're going to pass the next peninsula. The wind is always against me. Turn on frame skip on the emulator. Haha. Okay, I turned it on. Didn't do nothing. Because, Mr. You were streaming on original hardware, weren't you, last night? You know all about those issues. I've never had an explosion happen to me, though, so I guess I can't complain. Yeah, this is it right here. Whoops. Oh my gosh, let's go. An EverDrive for the translated ROM, but it was on AV Famicom hardware. Nice. That's my plan if I ever get to Super Famicom stuff is go the EverDrive route. Just so it's on OG hardware. This port looks tough. No, I always go in here. Okay, let's check the food house first. Talk to the waitress. Nothing. Gossip. The marketplace is in Istanbul is a good place to buy artwork. Oh, really? Because there's a great place to sell artwork around here. Naples and Valencia. So we might load up on that while we're here. I like how you walk out of the inn and they're like, it'd be a great place to buy, or a great place to stop at the inn. Okay, so it's not this dude who wants to see me. So who is it? Is it the king of Istanbul? What brings you here? Meet the king. His Majesty will see you now.
Ah, Sir Red, welcome. Let me explain to you our nation's sphere of influence.
Hey, no. This was not useful. I would like to please... I was told to come out here. I like how you can just keep bugging the king. And he's like, I'm busy. And then you just keep bugging. He's like, oh, His Majesty will see you now. Okay. On a Super UFO 8. I don't know what that is. Never bother getting SNES hard drive. Translation patch straight from original Japanese cards. So I don't think I've heard of that device. There's a lot of third-party devices out there. And that's one I've not heard of. Now, I came all the way out here. There's nobody who wants to talk about nothing. I mean, I guess that's that. Maybe I'll try cycling a day and checking in on the inn one more time. December 31st. Happy New Year. It's about to be 15:05. I remember it like it was yesterday. Paulina. Someone looking for you at Bordeaux. Okay. So we came all the way out here. Hey, caramba. Okay, so we're gonna go to Bordeaux now. But before we do that, we're gonna do our artwork thing. Let's see. How's the artwork? Well, 205 is pretty expensive, but we'll go ahead and drop what we can off at Valencia on our way out of the Mediterranean. No, I don't want to transfer nothing. $16 days, that'll take us in time. Basically, it's you rip and patch your ROM, then you use the hardware in the original cart with the ROM on the super hardware. Budget solution to EverDrive, but now they're super expensive. Oh, darn. Yeah, I missed the train on that one. There's some of those third-party things do get pretty expensive. I know I was looking at Analog at one point, and I was like, you know what? I don't need this that badly. It was pretty pricey. Pretty pricey indeed. All right, which way is the wind blowing? Oh, we're going good. Okay, this is going to drive me nuts. It is super blurry, and I don't know what's causing that. So I'm going to try a couple things. We're going to reset here. That looks a little more natural, doesn't it? Let me see. Some days you just can't get rid of the little blurriness. One thing on this game, too, once we enter town, should actually be significantly harder to not get the stripes on the screen. Let's see, I think Valencia is straight up here. Maybe turn the camera to the right a bit. Looks like we see it more to the left of the TV than usual. Yeah, lining it up is pretty difficult. It is. If I turn it now, it'll be a lot of fussing and stuff like that to try and get it straight. So I think I'll leave it here for now. It feels like it's a bit further back from the TV than it is, but I ought to mark a spot on the ground. And actually, I put on that light in the background because it seemed like previously when I was streaming with the camera that when there was no light in the room, like when it went black, the camera had a harder time picking up the screen when it lit back up. So I think having a little bit of ambient light in the room helps. Obviously, too much light is a bit rough. Does this look okay now? It looks better to me than it was when the stream started. I'm not sure what it looks like on a cell phone, but on the computer screen, it looks pretty good. Okay, cool. It's one of those, it's not a science, it's not a fine science. It's one of those aesthetics things. A bit annoyed, missed the analog NES. Not that I don't like my retro USB. ABS is incompatible with a lot of HDMI switches. Elgato, you know, we were talking about challenges. Oh, this is Marseille. This is not Valencia. I'm still too far north. Okay. I might need to restock here. Yeah, we were talking about challenges when you're trying to stream and stuff like that. My Elgato just flat out not working reliably was a huge irritation back when I was using it. That's part of why I decided to just use my camera on my phone, because it's a lot more reliable, at least based on the model that I was using. And that, sure, like, yeah, that could be user error, but that's still irritating. So I decided to, oh wait, what the heck? Don't have enough gold. Oh, that's bad. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and sail to Valencia anyway, and we'll sell off this stuff. Yeah, and it came highly recommended too. Elgato was a whole thing, you know, of like people saying, "Oh, this is the best capture card there is," and I was like, "This is the best capture card there is." Surprising. So I wound up, yeah, just not using it at all. What I'd like to do eventually with this setup is attempt a playthrough of a game on a modern system, but I have an HDMI to component cable. That should be fun. I actually played Cuphead on a CRT TV, which felt right, you know? It seemed like old-timey, and that was pretty cool. Uh-oh. We're out of food skis, but that's okay. We're almost to Valencia. There it is. There it is. And there are a couple things on modern systems that look like they could have come from this era, but I'd be curious to see what Octopath Traveler or Sea of Stars and yada yada, all those games, would look like today on a CRT. See, I'm already forgetting what I was supposed to do. Oh yeah, artwork. Let's sell it off and see. It's about twice as much. Really not that much at all. Right now, I'm really just chasing down these missions. Yeah, we need food. I know. Yeah, it's really once the water gets on, then it does look pretty bad. This is a tricky one. I feel like there are a couple games that are much easier to capture with this setup than others, but trying to figure out the best settings for those can be a bit of a handful. Attempted to stream through RetroTink 4K for all these things. I don't really know. I have heard about RetroTink, but I don't know like what all these things do. For the CRT emulation, but I don't want to risk moving such an expensive piece of kit back and forth between TVs. Oh yeah, no, that doesn't sound fun. Especially since tariffs are going to make replacing it near impossible if it ever breaks. Oof. That doesn't sound fun. I would not recommend this manner of doing it. If you're gonna do like artificial scan lines and stuff like that, I've rarely seen ones that look good, like, or authentic rather. There's plenty that look good, but they don't look like CRT TVs. But I have seen some that look great, and I want to say it was from the Retro Tink. I mean, I've only seen screenshots too, so it's one thing to see a screenshot, and then, you know, it's another thing entirely to see it in motion. Where are we supposed to go? Does anybody remember where we're supposed to go now? There's somebody looking for me in, I think it was Bordeaux. Simulates the way actual CRT displays work, not just a filter. So it would actually get into like the whole difference between the CRT and like the modern display then. Is it like simulatory enough that they can actually, like, could you play like an NES Zapper game on it? Can't be that accurate, right? I think it is Bordeaux. Let's see. But this is going to be Lisbon. Yeah, I don't know. That seems like that's going to be like gobbledygook magic technology for a while yet. I mean, somebody will break it eventually and figure out how to get the old school light guns working on modern TVs, but I haven't heard of a method just yet. Oh, is there a timing issue? Or just with the gun? Because that's a problem that I've had with some modern TVs, even with game modes built in. There's a delay issue. Sinden light gun? So that's a light gun that specifically works on the modern TV. So it's not like you could just pick up, like, you know, something and drop it in there. Hey, thank you for the follow. That is so hard to read, isn't it? I didn't catch your name. If you can hear me and you're in chat and you're able to chat, say hi. I'd love to thank you for the follow. Let's go ahead and hop out here and see. We just need a wizard to come along and fix it. Let's see. Bordeaux, somebody looking for me here. It's not this guy, which makes me think that there's nobody here looking for me. I can't get to where I need to go fast enough. Not much happening. I'm not sure if there's an easy way around that. Hey, you know what? Because I fixed it yesterday. Oh, here we go. I've been waiting for you. I have a favor to ask. I'm trying to find the ruby statue for a customer. I'd like you to go out and find it for me. Will you do it for 240,000 gold? Heck yes, I would. I'll deposit 12. That's so much money. Okay. But I have no inclination of where to find the ruby statue. He didn't even give me like a location or anything. Slashy, welcome. Just trust me with it. And make another search for me. Yes. Hurry up, my customer can't wait. They're gonna have to. Okay. How am I supposed to find this? I know you can search for treasure if you stop at certain spots. Are you in search of the ruby statue? Paulina may know something about that. No, but where was she? Where's Paulina? She is in Portugal, I think. I didn't know they were gonna have to. You got to remember the names of the waitresses here. Oh, you know what? Let me save here in case I screw this up. That's a lot of money. Gated by a reputation if we were a well-known trader, then putting that money down would make sense. Oh, for sure. Gotta be. Ain't no way some 16-year-old who got his first his first rowboat is gonna be entrusted with that much money. That's wild. Hey, okay. Hey, I know you. I'm not dangerous. None your business. YouTube chat is busted. Uh-oh. Is there anything I could fix for that? I'm just now seeing that I can't see anybody talking on YouTube. So that's unfortunate. That's got to be a restream issue. Oh, you know what? Actually, this is the direction that I need to go in. Whoops. Let me see if I could fix that. I don't think I can while it's running. I'm sorry about that we couldn't see. Give after 3 messages. And then when this is fine, give. Yeah, story of my life with streaming. Story of my life. See, this is what I was talking about. Stuff just breaks for no reason. It was working yesterday, just fine. And then all of a sudden it doesn't work. Wii technology. Okay, on YouTube you said, I don't know if it would have included an on-off button, but back in the early days of the SNES, companies advertised overclock boosters for the SNES CPU. Oh, yeah, I don't know anything about that, I think. Yeah, I got to make sure that the YouTube chat does work because, want to get on there. Want to have folk on there eventually if that's more convenient for them. Okay, I don't remember if this is where Paulina is, but maybe. Way back, yeah. No, that's what I figured. Again, I apologize that I missed it. Okay. No, this is Carlotta, right? How am I supposed to... Paulina, she's in some port around 4520. Let me see if I can use the map for this. She's in some port. Okay. 4520. That looks like that is... Oh my gosh, is that Istanbul? I was just there. That's boogers if that's where it is. Is there a big comment lag too? That's unfortunate. Okay. You think it is Istanbul? I was just there. All right, here we go. I know it was a place that I've stopped. Istanbul crap. That's good. I like that. Okay, here we go. I need to restock all this junk because we got a big sailing trip ahead of us now. Just spending all this cash going back and forth from Istanbul for nothing, and then hopefully I don't get all the way over there and there's just... Whoops, this is too much. And there's just nobody there. Oh, we got another It's Not Constantinople reference. This is what I live for right here. Okay, the Wiz. Nah, that's too much. Okay, let's go. While I'm here, why don't I take out a little bit of funds? You know what? I'm going to borrow some money from the king. His Majesty will provide up to 4,000 gold pieces. Sure. Do not betray His Majesty's wishes. Did he give it to me or not? His Majesty hopes that you will manage on your own. I've never tried to borrow from the king before. Never tried to borrow from any king before, really. But hopefully this will help fund the journey. Okay, back to Istanbul. Should be a good time. Ba, 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 ba. And I swear, the wind is always contrary, no matter where I go. Like I could be zooming past. There's got to be somebody has probably figured out some kind of like speed run for like how to adjust wind speed and get through this game at a decent pace. Like watch there be like a glitch. Uphill both ways. It's exactly that. Exactly that. RNG manip. There's got to be like a dev room in here or something like that, like a built-in shortcut. I should check. Not that we're talking about cheating here, but I should check while we're talking about cheating. The cutting room floor. Sometimes they have stuff like that. Here, going along a decent pace here. Just got to get to Istanbul in time. Need to get the ruby statue back up to Bordeaux, deliver it, because that's a hefty chunk of change. I would like to be able to get a mission where I have to take down an enemy fleet, because we really haven't done any fighting yet. Seriously, like I ran from the first battle, and then I tried attacking another group and really didn't do much. So like a serious battle that I can actually win, I think that would be pretty cool. It was the win. Oh, yep, see? And I'm going to need to sail in that exact direction. This is like when you're driving and you somehow hit every single stoplight. Every single one. That's what it feels like. I'm sure that's what it felt like in the 1500s. If you lived in Portugal and you were a sailor. They're just like, why does this feel like so many stoplights in the 21st century? Time travel, baby. Oh, speaking of, I started reading, what there is of Tolkien's time travel story. That's The Lost Road. Would have been about a father and son who time traveled back in time to the fall of Atlantis, and that was going to connect Numenor to the fall of Atlantis. Okay, here we are at Istanbul. Thanks to not the wind at all. Let's see. Pauline. Tip the waitress. It is Paulina. You're looking for me. Sorry. You'll have to ask Bonita about that? No! She's in Veracruz. Oh, my goodness. My goodness, you're leading me on a merry chase. Okay. Veracruz, I don't think I've actually discovered where that is yet. So let me pull up the map. I have no idea where that even is. It better not be on the other side of the dang planet, I'll tell you that. Veracruz. Oh no. 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 It's across the dang ocean. A wild goose chase. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's save. First of all, let's buy up some artwork. We're going to sell it in Valencia. And then I'm going to sail from Seville to Virginia, restock, and then go down past the Gulf of America. Thank you very much. To Veracruz, which is in Central America, I guess. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right. Looking forward to abject craziness. Oh my gosh. So they actually do prompt you to do these big, long kind of adventures. And I was curious, based on my experiences with the game yesterday, whether that was going to be the case again at all, or if I could realistically just hang out in Europe for the rest of the game. But it looks like the game actually does, well, again, prompt you. Not force you, but prompt you to go to across the seas areas. Unless this is like a mandatory mission, which I don't know that it would be. So it's not. I actually did try that early on. One thing I didn't really try is manipulating the winds by spending nights at a port and then coming out. But I do know that just entering and exiting, the winds pretty much stay the same. We are absolutely going to want significant winds to cross the Atlantic. I should probably, well, I don't know what lumber is going to do if I have to land in order to fix something. Yeah, that seems like that should do it, but I don't know. I really don't know. Hard to say. Oh. Bit too far south. There we go. All I know is it's going to be a long trip across the Atlantic. I mean, like, people died doing this trip. IRL. So, are there any good tips for making that vast journey without, sort of dying? Let me see here. Let me take a look at the map. I always miss Valencia each time. No, I think it's further down. Hey, thanks very much. This was drawn by the great Captain Supreme, which I would highly recommend to anybody who needs any kind of sprite work done at all. I really enjoyed his creative process, where he gives you these kind of evolutionary stages and then pursues different branches by presenting you options. So while making this, we initially started with like a different pose and with like a quill pen in the hand, and then went in a different direction instead with a sword. And he gave me numerous options for that as well. So highly recommend as an artist to work with. It absolutely is. As something at this scale too, he's very talented. There we go. That's a decent chunk of change. Not a lot, but if I were to buy something here in Valencia, let me see if I could take it back to Seville. What do we got here? There's firearms, wool, cloth, grapes. And then let me pull up my trusty old list of things. Of course, these are all different now because of the way that I've affected the markets. But it really does not look like there's anything here that I could buy that they will pay more for there in Lisbon. But what about Seville? Wool is about the same price. Cloth, same thing. Grapes, no. Olive oil, no. Cheese? Oh, they're not selling cheese here anyway. Firearms, no. Okay. We could get maximally tall. Maximally tall. But yeah, eventually it reaches like an audio ceiling, I guess. We could extend that audio ceiling, and then it could get taller. But I don't know. It's fun. Maybe I really don't want to sail to Bordeaux, or should I try carrying something here to the Americas? I don't know, because I've never been there, so there might be something kind of worth picking up there in the Americas, but I'm not sure exactly what. What? Olive oil. Let's check. They will buy it for $55 in America. I could, that's not a huge profit. Grapes. They'll buy it for $25 in America. Cloth. They will buy for $80 in America. So that's a decent amount. Firearms, they'll buy for $170 in America. So that's even more of a profit, but we can't carry as many. Wool, they will buy for $21. So that's not a lot. We usually buy anything from Japan. Yeah, it's too bad all my Japanese silver's gone. All the weebs in America would have picked that up like it was nothing. Made a waifu pillow out of it. All right. Cloth. Okay. We'll try firearms because they should buy them for $170. And we'll just. Well, no. I learned my lesson. We're not gonna go that high. I gotta save some money for the foodstuffs. Buy all the guns. And see, I would have had all of them, except then the problem would have been that I wouldn't have had any space for food and water, which would have been bad, obviously. So don't want to mess that up. Okay, this is going to be a big, long trip, so want to be adequately prepared. Really not sure how much to prepare for. Wait, why did it? What? Oh. Well, that's not good. Magi's overburdened. Okay. More than a month of sailing. So one problem is going to be the Magi is overstocked because I put the firearms on that ship rather than the Wizard, even though I thought I was buying them on the Wizard. So if I transfer items off the Magi at the port, can I load them on the Wizard without throwing them in the water? That's a big old question that I need answered. Because... Otherwise, I'm going to be throwing that stuff in the drink, and I don't want to do that. Okay. I mean, I'm not confident either. I mean, I know I kind of like painted myself into a corner here, but I am going to go ahead and save. And then I'm going to try the transfer in case I screw this up. Okay. So it seems to me that if there are no kind of like spots on the side there, that this is going to go straight in the water. Yeah. See, it's just gone. Oh no, there it is. Oh, so you actually have to hit reserve. I don't know why. No. Oh my lordy lordy. Okay, right there. Firearms. Boom. Okay, problem solved. Whew. That's a bit tricky, and if you mess up, it's like it's just gone. I don't know. Maybe all the porcelain that I bought is just quote in reserve. I should check that when I get to Seville or Lisbon again. Remind me. Because, like, that might all be there. It might all be there, not in the water. Might have just been completely misinformed. Okay, that ought to be a decent amount for a big old long trip. We still got to get to Seville anyway, because it's a lot closer. Let me just save one more time. Okay. We could sail for 67 days with this setup. So that should be enough. Would you bring an extra warship? Or should the one warship be enough? Obviously, it's going to cost more, if we get a larger fleet. But it would be safer if we ran into pirates. And this is my first time crossing a big old ocean. Let me think about that. We got all that money stockpiled in Lisbon. I am going to need a warship eventually. One problem is I don't have an extra mate to sail. Am I going to be able to avoid fighting? I guess. We'll try it. You know what? We'll try just sailing across and see how it is. I don't really want to purchase a warship right now. Let me see if my porcelain is just chilling here. As reserve, I guess it shows up as? No. Okay. Not here, at least. So then I am going to... I guess we'll just restock. I mean, no wonder it's so much money. Whoops. That they were offering for the ruby statue, because this is a huge distance. Okay, there we go. Oh, hang on. Need to save. Just in case something goes terribly wrong, like seaweed. $72 days. Okay. That should be enough to carry us all the way. Ideally. We'll find out. Now, from Seville, if I head straight west, I should come up just to the south of Virginia. That's going to be our first attempt to stop. And here we go. Off to the races. Oh, man, there's storms, too. There's all kinds of things that could go wrong. There's sharks. There's mermaids, sea serpents. I guess we're going to pass the Bermuda Triangle. I don't know. For somebody who grew up in the Pacific, the Atlantic is a bit terrifying. This is going to be a challenge to come up with commentary for the whole long trip across the Pacific. We should just read something. Like what? Like, we could read this guide from Mike's RPG Center. A walkthrough. Okay, as you acquire more wealth, you'll be able to afford bigger and bigger ships. Before adding another ship to your fleet, however, you'll need a mate to sail it. Mates can be found in the inns. See my mates page for a complete list. If you invest enough money in a port to bring its industry up to 1,000, you'll be able to build the heavy galleon, which is the largest, most powerful, and slowest ship in the game. Slowest doesn't sound very appealing, honestly. Let's see what the wind is looking like. Oh, of course, it's against. To progress in this game, you need to gain fame. There are several ways to do this. Discover a port. You gain a certain amount of fame whenever you discover a new port. This is easier to do if you have a telescope. In general, you will gain more fame for discovering more distant ports. 20 fame for discovering Mediterranean and North Europe ports. 100 fame for discovering supply ports, whatever that is. I'm not sure how that differentiates from regions. 120 fame for discovering ports in Africa. 220 fame for discovering ports in the Caribbean and Arabia. And 320 fame for discovering ports in Southeast Asia and the Far East. Vincent, how's it going? And Slasher says, if you go into the Bermuda Triangle, do things happen in this game? So I was told yesterday that there is a secret in the Bermuda Triangle. I don't know what that is. Boss fight? Fight Davy Jones? I don't know. Mysteriously disappearing ships captained by mates who again later show up, and yet another pub. Oh, hey, land ho! Let's see where this is at. That didn't take too long. Oh yeah, we're already here. What is that, Manhattan Island? Or, was it Liberty Island? I don't know anything about anything. Vincent! Thanks for being here, Vincent. The first time coming in for Uncharted Waters? I think so. Unless you were lurking. I don't recall seeing your name pop up during this playthrough. Debark here at Virginia. We made it. Now this is well before... Oh yeah, there's nobody here. This is well before any of the colonists, right? I don't know my history that well. But the good news is we can actually go ahead and restock here. Which we don't really need to. We still have plenty of stuff. So let's go ahead and leave, I guess. Or you know what? We could save here. Oh, how much food did it consume? I didn't even see that. I think we left at 72 days. And we've got 51 left. So that's not too shabby. That's pretty great. Okay. Obviously, there was nobody at Virginia. Not even Native Americans to trade us for marbles or anything like that. Now we're going to go south, and I'm going to sail into the Gulf of America, ladies and gentlemen. It's very unfair. And then we're going to go to Veracruz. There should be people there. I mean, there should have been people in Hawaii when I landed at Kailua, but there was nobody there either. So, like, they already had war fleets at that time. Come on. Respect the native peoples. Uncharted Waters. How's that wind? And current fighting against it. The American way. So, I'm still debating what game to do next after this is over. If I should go straight into Uncharted Waters 2, New Horizons. It's called not Uncharted Waters 2, New Horizons. Or if I should do one of the CRPGs, because those are starting to stack up. Yeah, there's pros and cons, I think. So, like, a pro of jumping straight into New Horizons is not having to refamiliarize myself, hopefully, with too many systems. The con is lack of variety. And I feel like this is already kind of a difficult game to get through. So, having that variety may be crucial. New Horizons has more content, which I find shocking because the first time I popped this game on, I was blown away at the size of the world, the way the markets work. I understand that in New Horizons, you've got different characters and stuff like that. I was told that there are more prominent RPG elements. That's all pretty shocking to me. Koei certainly fit a lot onto Super Nintendo carts back in the day. Here we are, and quite near in the world to where I live now, so that's neat. Okay, should be around here somewheres. I think that's the mouth of the Mississippi. Yeah, that's probably the best plan. So then, games I have left that I think I would pop in are one of the two Ultimas, Wizardry. I kind of don't want to do a Might and Magic. I don't know. Those ones seem like they would upset my tum-tum. And I was told that Might and Magic 3 has a game-breaking bug in it, to be careful for that. Okay, Veracruz. Here we are. Oh, yeah, there's people here. I like this track. Okay, yeah, that's right. So we're going to go see... Hi there. Okay, let's talk to the waitress. I'm sure Bonita would appreciate this good fish. Bonita. No, I need to talk to you. You're looking at... Yes, I'm the one who's looking for you. I'll sell you this map for 300 gold. Okay. Hope it serves you well. Alright, so we have a map. Votes count. I always take voting into account. Ultimately, I make the decision, but the votes count for sure. Ninja hopes for Ultima. I know almost nothing about Might and Magic. Like, almost nothing. I know that it's supposed to be like a landmark CRPG series, but yeah, I don't know a whole lot about that. I've got news for you. We're out to get anyone from Turkey. Uh-oh. And no, there's no mates here. Okay. So at this stage, I have a map that I need to figure out how to use. And nothing there too interesting. Let's see about selling those firearms. Oh yeah, they'll sell at a decent price. Nice. And we got a little bit of profit out of it. That's not too bad. What do they have here for sale? Cotton. That's it? How much is cotton worth back in the old country? Let's find out. Glad I saved all this. Okay, cotton sells for 80 in Mallorca. 111 in London. That's pretty great. Sells for 80 in Lisbon. Probably a lot less now, because so selling this up in London or Hamburg would be a good idea. Bordeaux has it for 113 for sale. So I am gonna go ahead and pick up a buttload of cotton. Not too much. I don't want to spend all my cash. Oh, we could carry a lot more than that. Oh, cash, and I don't want to take up all my food space too, because you gotta make the trip back. Let me save first in case I screw this up. And we'll come back with our holds stuffed to the brim with cotton. No, no, no. That's wrong. $52 is a lucky number, so that's what we're getting. And I could probably squeeze a bit more cotton on this ship. There we go. Okay, so now we have a map. I need to figure out how to use that map. Sell for 33 days. Let's go ahead and restock here. Kind of split this with food. And the rest, yeah, sure. Okay. So Bonita said that she would sell me a map for 300 gold. So now I've got a map. We basically did a big old wild goose chase for a map. So now hopefully the map will give us a definitive location for the ruby statue. That's our ultimate goal here, because that's a ton of money. There's a lot of money riding on that. But I have to figure out how to use the whole thing. So mates, map. Well, screw you, map. How am I supposed to figure that out? Oh my goodness. They give you nothing? Like, that could be anywhere. I don't mean to complain, but here I go. What? Okay, is that... Oh my gosh, I'm comparing it to like an actual map. Oh no, I don't recognize that. Should I? Is that little spot like next to Lisbon? That's wild. That is absolutely wild. I'm gonna go back and talk to her again and see if I can't get like another clue. Cause holy smokes. My gosh. It does. I mean, it looks like it could be anywhere. Really. So I'm looking at a full world map here, and Africa, there's a spot on Africa between right above Luanda that I think could be it. I'm going to share this with you. Here is the link to Mike's RPG Center. He has a full world map for this game. And then I'll pull up the map here in a minute and we can kind of look it over. But okay, looking for points on this map. If so, you should ask one of the sailors. Okay. Are you searching for a place on your map? My guess is it's more to the southeast. Your guess is it's more to the southeast? Let me see if he'll give me another clue. Nope. How about you? One more time. Nope. Okay. More to the southeast. Oh my gosh. Dude, I can't believe this. This is worse than Where's Waldo. This is the craziest puzzle. How's it going, Aegis? Okay, check this out. So we're gonna get out of here. And I'm worried that by the time we get it, it's going to be nuts. Now, if there's like a definitive point, I'm just going to look it up because like I could seriously, with how slow sailing is too, my mind is seriously blown by this puzzle right here. This is crazy. All right. Info map. All right. Now, if you are able to look at that, again, it's right there. It looks like it's a couple screens above Luanda to me. And that would be southeast, but it could honestly be anywhere. I don't think there's any way I'm going to spot this from just this map. But you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna try for that spot because that's really what it looks like to me. It's definitely Luanda. That's the only spot to me that would make sense with that exact layout. You're not seeing barely any of the ocean though. That's brutal as heck. Brutal as heck. I gotta screenshot this because that is wild. Okay. It's the tree pattern? I thought those were mountains. This shows what I know. Those could be trees, I guess. All right. So I think what we'll do to get there then is I'm going to sail down south from here, southeast, hit up Guatemala, Jamaica, Panama, Nova Granada, Caracas, and Santo Domingo, just for the reputation points, and then sail down to Pernambuco, and then from there sail east to Luanda. We should have enough money. Yeah, southeast should fit. She's like, silly me, I was reading the map upside down. They're like, this is, yeah. Okay, I know. Okay, so far, the hardest puzzle that I've played on any Super Nintendo RPG has been the world's hardest trick. Now, I think that was in Lufia 1. If I'm mistaken, then it's Lufia 2. But I streamed that puzzle, and it took me, I want to say 3.5 hours to complete. And it was a tile moving puzzle. But I don't know if I was nervous because I was on stream or what, but it took me forever. Oh, it was Lufia 2? Mr. Thou, how's it going? Yeah, absolutely. There are others nearby. I'm going to come up on Guatemala right here. We're not going to make it a total loss if I don't get the statue. So we're definitely going to go ahead and discover these ports. Should be... Come on now. There it is. I'm just curious to see what's in here. Oh, you had to write for Nintendo Power for that one? It's, yeah. And the game calls it the world's hardest trick. I think it is Lufia 2. Brutal. So, it's so rough. Okay. So, we'll just leave. We should have plenty of food and water still. 49 days. That's plenty of time. Okay, that knocks out Guatemala. Next will be... we're going to go down to Panama. I hear they have a famous canal down there. We'll check that out. That was around in 1505, right? Right? Pretty sure. Built by Napoleon and Archimedes, circa 1505. Mr. Thou, how you been? How you been? Thanks for popping in here today. I'm glad I lured you into chatting with a Lufia reference. Have you played a harder puzzle than that one? That one's pretty tough. Okay, here this is Panama. I'm not gonna stop. We're gonna move on to Nova Granada. New Grenade, I believe that is in Latin. Pretty sure. Nova Granada. I can see you over there. Oh, there it is. Bye-bye. Okay, next is Jamaica, man. So we're going to go up there and have ourselves some bacon. Hakuna Matata. Oh, what a wonderful phrase. Ba-ba-da. Hakuna Matata. I can't do that voice. Ain't no passing craze. There be no worries. For what? For the rest of your days. Okay, there's another port over there. So we've discovered Santo Domingo and Jamaica. And now we're going to go to Caracas, which should be just to the south here. Grenade is pomegranate in French. I just learned this yesterday, actually. We were watching The Mythbusters. I love that show. And they had like a little cut to it. It's probably where you learned it from, too, I'll bet. Unless you speak French. Maybe you do. I don't know. No, too far. Too far. Not the same puzzle I was thinking about, but hearing that music again was so great. Oh, what puzzle was it? There's another puzzle in Lufia 2 that had you? That one certainly had me crazy at the time. Did I find Caracas? I don't know if I did now. I might have just like zoned it out. Let's see. Did anybody see? I'm not sure if anybody saw. Oh, non-Western Canada, so you have to know French. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot you and Broski were from up there. Oh, okay, we did find Caracas, so we're good. We're good. So, how's that work? Is everybody bilingual up there? Bilingual, sorry. Okay, and then we got to get down to Pernambuco, which is going to be around the eastern side of South America here. Nintendo Power. Writing into Nintendo Power was cool. I remember doing that a handful of times I would always send them drawings that I did. And one time they wrote back a really nice letter that had a photograph of where they hung up some of my art, among other fan art, in their office. And I was like, hey, that's cool. I felt all special. And they're like, thank you for sending in the lovely art of Black-Winged Nina from Breath of Fire 2. Please stop sending pictures of Black-Winged Nina. Some people are bilingual, but things legally have to have English and French posted in most of the English-speaking areas. Okay. Interesting. Have you ever been to America, out of curiosity? I know I mentioned this before, but flashback to when a coworker asked me what it was like when I first came to America because I was born in Hawaii. We living in America. One of the things I wrote them about was getting the manual for Final Fantasy, and they were nice enough to send it. Oh, really? That's super cool. That is super cool. I think I remember you talking about sending your drawings. It might have been a MageCast episode, yeah. Strong memories for that specifically tied to Breath of Fire 2. The box is pretty beat up and the manuals are pristine. It counts. I mean, I would say that definitely counts. Aside from layovers and a wrong turn. Oh, okay. It's alright. It's alright. Wait, where the heck am I? I was not expecting there to be a complete kind of gap here. Oh. We're right near our destination. Oh, we're really speeding along our merry way. Yeah, I think there was one time, so a friend and I would always write Nintendo Power. And one time we were like, let's see, like, what are the hardest questions we could come up with? Specifically for Breath of Fire 2, because we were playing a lot of that game at the time. What are the hardest questions we could come up with that would take them, like, forever to write back? And so we came up with, what are the best weapons? This is a pre-internet age, so some poor schlob had to do all this work. What are the best weapons for every character in Breath of Fire 2? What are their max levels and what are their exact stats at those levels? And there was one other thing, but they didn't write back for like 10 months. And then they wrote back and it was very like spreadsheetish. It just had so much like data and information. Yeah. Before the information age, it was difficult to find stuff. And that was where you'd rely on, talking with friends in school and stuff like that. Pernambuco. Well, how much is cotton worth here? Not much. Let's see. What do they have? They've got more cotton, which I don't need at all. So, goodbye. We're really just stocking up, but you always got to tip the waitress. Sharon. Looking for points on that, should ask one of the sailors. Oh, are they going to give me a different clue? Let's see. There's nothing happening. Yeah, I mean, because they could have just been like, I'm not right. I'm not doing this. But they actually did all that work and grinded up. I mean, what were these people getting paid? Somebody actually had to sit down and grind all the characters up to that max level in Breath of Fire 2? This was before the first Super Nintendo emulator, methinks. Alright, don't really need anything here. Let's get on out of here. We'll go ahead and save. And how many days can I sail? Oh, we're running low. So let's not do that. Crunch through this real quick. Okay, there we go. 53 days. Lots of days. Oh, yeah, Game Genie. I own one. How did I not think of that? I wonder if they did it the old-fashioned way then, because I remember it took forever for them to write back. Maybe they had like a principal in the office. They were like, no Game Genie at all allowed. Or maybe this was before Game Genie was available for the Super Nintendo. I've actually never been able to find a date for the release of the Super Nintendo Game Genie. I did find a date once for the NES Game Genie, which I do not enjoy as much as I enjoyed the Super Nintendo Game Genie. And then what was Breath of Fire 2? 94? Let's see. Initial release date was December 94. December 95 for North America. I imagine that the Game Genie for the Super Nintendo was out by 95. If it was 94, I might have been a little bit, I don't know. There was a lawsuit that Nintendo lost with Galoob over the Game Genie. But I think that was regarding the NES Game Genie. So I don't know if we have an exact release date for the Super Nintendo Game Genie. But that would definitely clinch it. I mean, if it was out, if it was available, and you're paying people to play that much through one game for one kid's question, then they had to have used the cheats on the Game Genie. I mean, why wouldn't you, right? The one for the SNES, so is this the spot? I don't even know if it is. Is that way before 95? Remember codes to play as bosses in Street Fighter 2 within a year of the game's release. So then they had it out. They had the Super Nintendo Game Genie out close to the launch of the Super Nintendo then. So they knew it was coming. The cool thing with Game Genie is you could modify codes. Let me see. I could show you mine. Oh, yeah, it's right here. We'll turn a little light on. Hang on. Here it is. That's the Super Nintendo Game Genie right there. Now, what I've used this Game Genie for is I've actually cut out the tabs on the inside, and I've used it to play imports on my Super Nintendo. You could cut out the tabs on a Super Nintendo, but I didn't want to deface mine, whereas I didn't feel like defacing the Game Genie was that bad. So that's a neat little trick if you don't want to mess up your, your thing. Okay. I am a bit confused here. I don't know. You know what, Vincent? I love hearing that. A lot of people will think this is a filter or something. But no, this is an actual camera pointed at a TV. Keeping it old school here. Now that I'm here, I'm not sure that this is the actual place. But let's see. We'll try debarking. Go ashore. Search for treasure. Looks like the treasure is at... Wait, what? Hang on. Cut out the SNES. I mean, yeah, it's totally possible and it's not difficult. I remember when I was a kid, we were at an import shop, and it was in Hawaii, so there's tons of imports. But they told me about that, and I just flat out did not want to do that to my system. I really didn't want my parents to find out that I was cutting pieces of my Super Nintendo out. But all these years later, my Super Nintendo has followed me across 2 oceans, and it's been all around the world with me. So I really just want to keep it as original as possible. Like, people will tell me too, you're like, you can get rid of the yellowing. I was like, I don't want to. It's like battle scars. It's wonderful. He knew all along and never said anything. And why did it not give me this information when I looked at the map? I had to land and then search for treasure. And then he's like, looks like the treasure's at... Okay, so let me see the big map here. 10 and 10. So that's south. Okay, east 10. South 10. This is the spot, ladies and gentlemen. This is the spot. Like, looking at this map, this is 100% it. I think that it's a bit further up north, though. I reckon it's further northwest. Okay. So now they give you, like, some pretty specific information. No, yeah, I get it. I get it. I'm often kind of a little disappointed that I didn't get the same kind of childhood that a lot of people from the mainland that I talk with got. Growing up in Hawaii presented its own problems, but one of the good things was that we did get some truly awesome... No, this is not it. Access to imports. Was watching a lot of anime at a young age, or playing the Dragon Ball Z games that didn't come to the Northwest or to North America. Just because Japan's right there, right there. Okay, I think that... Did I learn Japanese? So I attempted to a couple times. I remember borrowing books from the library to learn Japanese, and I had some friends who were bilingual and spoke Japanese. My mom worked at a hotel, so there was opportunity to speak with people from Japan regularly, and I learned enough to, like, say, basic stuff, but really not that much. I think that I might have overshot it. I don't think this is where it is anymore. I think I gotta go back. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back. Like, maybe it's right here. Let me try landing here and see what they say. Okay, search treasure. Further southeast. Yeah, so I did overshoot it. Okay. No. So get back on the sailing boat and do it again. It was actually how I burned out on anime, really, was watching too much of it as a youngster. Let's see. No. We'll try debarking here. Landing point. Let me see this landing point right here. I think it's further south still, but let's find out. Further southeast. Okay. I did not anticipate that this was going to be a full-on, like, legit treasure hunt. Okay, it's got to be in this little corner, like right around here. Maybe even further down, but let's see. Better confirm the shape of the coast. Oh, so what? You're not gonna actually... This is the screen, though. Like this is it. Hello? Sail. Maybe like right here. Let me take a look at this map again. That's so unhelpful. Dramatically unhelpful. Okay, let's see. No, yeah, there's no port. Go ashore. Sure. I don't know. What should I do? I keep getting this wrong. It's not here. Well, what about this? This little spot right here. I don't think this is it. But I want to see if they tell me it's further north from here. Because then I'll know it's that screen. Yeah. Okay, so it is this screen. Okay, so we know it's this screen. I mean, what the heck? Oh, hang on. It's on this little tip right here, isn't it? I think it is. Right here. Like 90% positive it's here. No. Okay, we'll try just the spot south then. It's too bad you can't, like when you land, that you can't have like a landing party move around. You know? Okay, debark, but this time we're going to go that spot. And then search treasure. Hey! Captain Red found the ruby statue. Oh my goodness. Okay, as an aside, I saw a review of ports of super high impact football. SNES port handled by Beam. Use the same composer to that slappy synth. I'll have to check out that soundtrack because I did like it quite a bit. All right, we've got it. Now we can make our way all the way. Yeah, first try. We can make our way all the way back to good old Bordeaux, I think. What do we got? We sail for 90 days. That's plenty of time. Plenty of time. That was pretty tough. I was flabbergasted that that the game doesn't tell you right away what like the latitude longitude is. Like once you have that, then that's doable, but my goodness. Imagine if it was just the visual cue of the map. It would be might impressive. Okay, a long journey back up to Bordeaux. I think, yeah, this is one, like, if I discovered this as a kid and actually been smart enough to play it, this is a game I could absolutely spend a ton of time with. It's a bit awkward to stream because it has very long sequences of just kind of your boat moving through the water. But I played a little bit off stream just to do some of the busy work, and it's quite good. Quite good. I got hit by a storm last time I was that far away off of Africa. So we don't want to do that. I am glad that I discovered, don't get me wrong, glad I discovered the like really popular Super Nintendo games when I was a kid. The RPGs are fantastic, but I am really impressed at the amount of variety there is, really. Okay, I think we should start seeing the bottom of Europe here. Should bring us up just north of Seville. Uh-oh. Okay. So that took a bit too long. Let's see how far we are from land. Oh, yeah, good. Can I reach it from here? Nope. Okay. That was a bit misleading because of how much food and water I guess the main ship is carrying. But the other ships ran out of food and water, so that's a little sus. Okay, Seville, this was not the place, right? I'm pretty sure it was Bordeaux, but I am going to check. Yeah, so it's not here. With fast forward and save states. That would save a lot of headache. Because you know what? On the cart, you can only save one game file at a time. And that's messed me up quite a few times. So there's definitely an intrinsic difficulty that you can absolutely overcome playing this on emulation. It is a game that takes no prisoners. It's hard to imagine learning how to play this as a kid, but we have folks in chat who did it. I think that really the children make up for a lack of experience and know-how with tenacity and patience that adults don't have. I really think that's accurate. Like, there's a lot of really difficult games that I beat as a kid that I can't beat now as an adult. Just don't have the refined skills anymore, the practice, the patience. If I could just put food in one ship and they would all eat from it. I'm really surprised that they ran out. Oh, I mean, maybe. Would they have starved if they could have just taken from another ship? I don't know. I feel like the travel time is a nice kind of distraction from the menus, because the menus do get really tedious after a while. One thing with this game is there's really no, like, it doesn't feel like gameplay. You know, it feels like you're constantly just sifting through inventories and things like that. But at a certain point, it kind of feels like, okay, when do I actually start like playing the game? But this is the game. This is straight up, sim game. Excel the game. Yeah, exactly. Which is funny because I've heard people who dislike RPGs say that that's what RPGs are to them. They feel like playing an RPG is just like a spreadsheet with a story. Which I think is kind of funny, but is this Bordeaux? It is. I'm not completely avoiding half the game, but I'm trying to get more capable for it. I think too that if half the game, quote unquote, I don't know if it's that much because it is just battles, right? If that much of the game can be so easily avoided, then it's not that big of a part of the game, really. Okay, let's see. I mean, I know I'm going to have to eventually. Like, can you call this really playing the game, though? Because I'm kind of doing what makes sense to me. So far, there has not been a single character who has prompted me to start a battle. Like, I've had to manually observe ships that are nearby me to start a battle at all. So I don't know that I'm avoiding the battles so much as the battles are pretty rare until I get a mission, certainly. If you want a game that plays with different modes, though not doing anything great, it's a lot of fun. The old 1989, not 1899. 1989 DOS game Sword of the Samurai. Is it a strategy game like this? There are board games like this and still playing a game. Oh no, for sure. Like this is still a game, 100%. I was speaking from that perspective of people who are like spreadsheet the game, more of a choose your own adventure kind of game. To be honest, it's very open world for sure. Ninja Garden is set during Ryu Hayabusa's retirement years. Temper, you are just in time. Battles are avoiding you and you're not seeking them out. Yeah, like take this whole treasure map trip, for example. With Temper, you missed this whole thing where they wanted me to buy the ruby statue. And so I did this big, huge trip to the eastern parts of North and South America. And we did the treasure map. Finally found it on the west coast of Africa. It was awesome. Now I'm going to come here and do the thing. But the game in that instance prompted me to sail across the sea. My point is so far I've spent maybe like what, 12, 14 hours in the game, and it's not prompted me to start a battle like at all. I had to manually go out of my way to start a battle. Here we go. Now I know I can depend on you. All right, that's it. That's all. I guess we got a ton of money though. That's nice. Oh yeah, and we got cotton from Veracruz. We're gonna go sell that up in London. Certainly. You should have seen my reaction to the map that we got, the treasure map. Woof. It was like an all brown map that was almost entirely land with the teeniest tidbit little corner of ocean. We did find the treasure and discovered how your mates will actually tell you the location of the treasure. But initially I was like, I'm supposed to find this on the world map and I'm using the internet. So we finally did find it, but it was definitely a journey. It was a journey across the sea. I even sailed across the sea and didn't even see a single other ship. That just dawned on me. Twice. I sailed the Atlantic twice and didn't even see a pirate, a warship, nothing out in the great blue. I feel like if they wanted battles to be more a bigger part of this game, then they definitely should have driven you in that direction sooner. But hopefully we come across some battles very soon. I'm looking forward to purchasing one more warship. And I don't know how I'm, as an adult, supposed to know what those shore routes are. Or you mean shore routes like they stick close to the shoreline, right? Yeah, I don't know. Sailors in the 1500s also used the internet to decode their treasure maps. You and your brother I just went through this whole discussion. You and your brother so critical that I'm avoiding battles. Literally, I had to manually click on inspect another ship to start a battle. And there's not been a single mission that has been about starting a battle yet. Like the entire ocean. It's pretty easy to not see another ship. Yeah, I don't know, like both of you guys dropped on your head at the same times as kids or what? Like why would you say that? It's ridiculous. All right, let's sell off. I am at London, right? Yeah. Okay, we got to sell off the big amount first on the wizard. And then we got some other ships to sell off the things. Red, your nonsense is showing. Yeah. The ladies and gentlemen, taking criticism from the chat troll of a resident Trollsky Rumpelstiltskin. No goods there. Okay, so we just got the one last ship. Hey, that was a decent amount of money to make on a cotton trip. What can we get in London that's interesting? Cheese, grain, cloth, firearms, porcelain, wool. Uncharted Waters expert. I believe yesterday you said you were operating on 20-plus-year-old memory. So nice try. You see, I don't remember a whole lot, but I do remember when people are full of BS. You were being nice about me avoiding battles. There wasn't much game, honestly. There isn't. Until this game prompts me to actually go and seek battles. There's no random battles even. At all. Oh yeah, name every port. In order. Alphabetically. Backwards. Mr. 20-year-old expert memory. Let's see. I think maybe I'll try selling some porcelain. But where? Oh my, are they buying porcelain in Genoa? So I think that's what I'm gonna do. You know what? We're gonna buy some in Genoa. Uh-oh. Made that mistake again. Well, actually, that's a decent amount for that ship. I don't think I need to worry too much. Yeah, I think we got plenty. I'm gonna stock up here on porcelain. And take it all the way down to... okay, what happened? Why hasn't anybody commented yet on how Red never gets into battles? Fine, I'll be the one to point it out. It was like, yeah. Hey, I hope you enjoyed last night that I dropped by your chat and had a very specific obscure game name for you. And that one obviously sticks in the memory. Oh, okay, so once I get enough fame, then they start coming after me. So I'm not at the part of the game where the game actively like hunts you with battles, right? Right? This is a long roundabout way for getting an apology from Mr. Temper and Baron Redwing, but it'll happen. I'm confident that they'll do the right thing. And I will happily accept that apology. Where I sit, it'll be great. Just, you know, hold your horses. We'll get it eventually. All right, London. Now we're going to sail down to... See, I didn't want to say it aloud. Apology for criticizing me for playing the game wrong by saying I'm avoiding battles before the game actively starts chasing me down with those battles. Your comfy reading cocoon will break. Reading cocoon? What happened? Notice he didn't show us his SNES Game Genie. I did earlier. What? You know, somebody... Who was it? Somebody dropped by one time and they're like, well, you have a toxic chat, Red. I was like, I know. I feel like it's penance, honestly. I feel like it is. But I don't know. It's not like I control anybody in here. They just show up and say whatever they want. Oh yeah, 100% appropriate name. Not something you'll find me audibly saying. Sorry you aren't famous enough for the bad guys to care about you. I wish that applied to me in real life. Because if it did, that'd be so great. But sadly, it doesn't. I've yet to receive any death threats regarding Uncharted Waters, though, and the night is still young. So that may happen. Speaking of being too famous for the bad... Or not famous enough for the bad guys to notice you. Thought you showed us the NES one. No. I don't have the... It's toxic, Mr. Temper. You were the... Are you just going to laugh it off with an emote, too? You literally were the one who wasted 25 minutes of stream time by telling me to go in the wrong direction in Ease 3. And now you could be like, toxic? What's that? Let me clutch my 20-plus expert pearls here in front of the whole chat. That never happened. Yes, more lies. It's not as if it's on recording or anything like that. Should have named your ships after FF7 characters. Oh, why 7, though? Why 7? Initially, I was gonna go with High Wind, but there's actually too many characters, so couldn't do that. I would give you insane problems. You made 6 streams further than I would have shutting it off. The determination is extreme. You know, like it's totally doable. Like, this is a fun game. Yeah, like the peanut gallery is gonna be like, you're not playing it right. Same thing happened when I was playing Quest 64. It's always like that with obscure games too. People are like, you're not playing it right. You must have the exact same experience as I do. Otherwise, I cannot condone this kind of playthrough. But in actuality, it's enjoyable to have that kind of pristine first playthrough. We don't really know what you're doing. But once the battles kick in, then maybe it will be that much more funner. Yeah, especially people who are like, RPGs are only turn-based games, they're not going to like this at all. But acknowledging that RPGs hybridize with other genres plenty of times is totally fine. Oh, that's Marseille. Okay, wrong way. I need to find Genoa. Oh, it's up there. I've never seen this chat as toxic. You just have very entertaining reactions to being tortured. Right. Like Cinco, I mean, I know you're here all the time, but I don't know how many times you're here all the time. When a member of the chat lies about a direction that I asked to go in and it wastes almost half an hour, that's come on. I mean, I'm not saying seriously like that's toxic behavior and we should all ban this person. You're a mod. I'm going to forewarn you not to ban this person. But that's a little jerkish. That's a little jerkish. Just a little bit. Okay, here we go. Selling off this porcelain. Well, let's do the wizard first, so it doesn't depreciate all that value. Oh yeah, there's a lot of money. Now after this, hopefully the king will welcome me with open arms, and I can get another rank up. We are a baronet right now. Okay, we're at max gold. That's it. Jerkish delight. Oh, it sounds hilarious to, yeah, no. I don't know what your, again, everybody's like level of patience with people wasting their time is different, I guess. But yeah, like I didn't exactly appreciate wasting a quarter of the entire stream time on nothing because one guy thought it was funny. It's a jerk move. I mean, flat out is. I mean, I typically think that lying to people is a jerk move, unless you're joking. But this guy, this was a jerk move. Come on. Let's go ahead and restock. Why not? Oh, missed one. There we go. They got plenty of water on that ship. And food. All right. Now I think what I will do is... I guess I should just sail back to Lisbon. Okay, let me catch up on all this nonsense. The chat just blew up. That's how you get people to chat, I guess. Is you suggest that chat is being toxic. Okay, saw that. Oh, let Eris sink to the bottom of the sea. I missed that. That's brilliant. There's no such thing as playing a game right. It's either you beat it or you don't. Oh, no. Yeah, the number of times that people have told me in chat. I don't think anybody here today. Maybe Temper. I think Temper told me that when I was playing in Indo. But we've already written Temper off as a troll anyway. But yeah, I've been told multiple times playing games on stream that I'm not playing the game right. Typically, I think that's because I'm playing Super Nintendo RPGs. A lot of these games are like people's all-time favorites, so they want to see it done, in the way that they think it should be done. But if it's a first playthrough, it's a first playthrough. Start a campaign to make you stream Final Fight Streetwise. What, is that a tough game? I don't know if I've heard of that one. Well, let's see. If I buy this, no, yeah, we'll just go back to Lisbon. You should change your name to Jerkish Temper instead of Mister. Excuse me. Well, this awful Diamond doesn't top-down helicopter games. Aerobiz Supersonic? I think that's one of Koei's economy sim games. We should ban Linguistic Dragon. Oh, he's like probably the only nice person in here. Except for like Vincent, Slasher, I'm Not Dangerous. Anybody not related to Mr. Temper. Single Play may be related. I think he's like a third cousin or something. You're not playing this game right. Oh, remember that one time I called you out on the insecurity thing? That was choice. And you fell for it till you walked right into it. And you know what, though? I did apologize afterwards. I did. A lot of times retro content will attract fans of the game with a fair bit of knowledge. The tricky thing, too, besides I was talking to Single Play about this, the tricky thing beyond just, you're not playing this game right, which is irritating. I think what's more irritating is the gamer-splaining. Like, anytime I meet some man who's like, some broski who's like, mansplaining doesn't exist. I was like, yeah, have you seen gamer-explaining? Gamer-splaining. It's a lot worse. Oh, there's the apology. I told you it was forthcoming. I accept. Gamer-splaining, it gets pretty intense. It was tough for Shadowrun. You're like, this is my first playthrough. No spoilers, no tips, no hand-holding. And people will pop into the chat and they'd be like, hey, do you know if you do this, it spoils the ending for the game? And you're like, whoa. What are you doing? What am I carrying here? And do I still have stuff? Oh, yeah. Still got stuff. Porcelain. I got a deposit here at the King's Bank. Do I have an example? I was curious when you mentioned it. Oh. Like that. And those pretty much every stream and off stream too. So mentioning that you're playing a game that's really famous and it's your first time, people volunteer information. And sometimes that information is spoiler in intention or purpose. The worst thing, though, is when you're like, hey, no spoilers. And people would be like, I'm going to tell you this anyway. And it's like, what? Like, how can you be that disrespectful? I'm taking my time out of my day to be entertaining. And this is how I get repaid for it. Shameful. Chicanerous. And shameful. All right, we dumped all that in there. Let's see what this stuff sells for here. That's why you should stream. I get like that's a whole stream thing too, but I got my whole series that I'm enjoying doing right here. I have a couple friends who will do that, and they do it well. That's not a lot of money, so I'm not gonna sell that. I'm just gonna hang on to that. 7, 6, 7, 8. I feel like Final Fantasy fans in general would probably be pretty bad at that. Anything that there's a strong, nostalgic, emotional attachment to. And again, it's like you understand. Like you can't tell somebody like, hey, care less about this game. But it's just like, hey, value my experience as much as you valued yours. Like if I knew, like it's one thing to go around being like, hey, Darth Vader is Luke's father. Like, everybody knows that, right? But then if I was talking to somebody that I knew was just starting Star Wars for the first time and didn't know that, I wouldn't go out of my way to intentionally tell them that, just so I could come off as an expert on the topic. It's a little debaggy, let's say. No matter the quality, except a Nintendo. Yeah, Nintendo is the stream killer. Like, can you believe like maybe like 10 times more people watch the stream through Uncharted Waters. Freaking boring as heck. Uncharted Waters. Compared to Nintendo. Nintendo literally, like, there was entire hours where there's just nobody here. Being an expert on the topic of video game isn't exactly impressive anyways. I wish that were something everybody believed. Because we'd have less talks. Hey, did you know the ending of Uncharted was a pretentious metaphor for the creation of the atomic bomb? Gasp! Maybe if Kojima made it. All right. Let's see. What do I want to do? I don't know. Let's see what they say here. Hi there. Tip the waitress, Carlotta. I hear the King of Portugal wants to see me. Oh, yeah. Your Majesty. We'll go ahead and save first. Just past my bip-bop-bibbity birthday. I would have been negative 480 years old. Something like that. Okay, my liege. Nintendo is box office poison. Announcing Sir Ed, sir. Thank you for coming. You see, I have a favor to ask. I'd like you to deliver this secret letter to the Sultan of Turkey. Will you please do this for me? You just take a peek at the letter. It just says, piss off. To the Sultan of Turkey. All right, we gotta go to the Sultan of Turkey. Let's see. You gotta check the map. Don't make me sail that far, please. The Sultan of Turkey is gonna be in Istanbul, I guess. That's where I would guess. This game has a fetish for sending me over to Istanbul. Oh, now watch. On the way to Istanbul, I bet you we'll have a random encounter that I can't deliberately avoid because the battles are everywhere on this game. I'm just choosing not to fight them. And then to wake up the player. Yeah, there were a couple times I was dozing. The sameness. No. Oh, no, he said not Constantinople again. All right. Sultan of Turkey needs stuffing? Oh. Maybe that's what the letter says. I don't know. What do you think is in the king's letter? If you want a battle, stop being a wuss and get out there. Literally sails across the ocean. You stop avoiding the ships. Ooh. No, I don't know how you cry. Maybe it's like that. Maybe it's like a soft, like manly, like kind of a cry, like a trembling lip cry. Uh-oh. I think that should be flagged by chat. I think Automod should have flagged that. And this is a PG. It is a PG chat. PG-13 sometimes. It happens to everybody at some point where they get flagged by Automod, and that's really our initiation here. All right, look at all these ships coming after me that I'm deliberately avoiding to not have any contact. Oh man, so many warships and pirates all over the place. Good thing I'm holding down LR so I can avoid combat. Because that would be dangerous. That's enough. His stop is already dead. Alright, wins. Anytime the wind wants to start playing game is fine with me. This game is secretly trying to make you listen to There Might Be Giants. Keep your eyes open. Oh, yes. I feel that. You know what, though? When I was going through the Middle East, I just kept hearing, I like it. Baby, rock the Casbah, rock the Casbah. How do you hear? I just kept hearing that. It is pretty empty out there. Yep. All those warships and pirates just crying in their holds because I won't battle with them. Will Little Red come out to play? The gameplay is pretty chill. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Supreme. Hey, and YouTube's working, looks like. How's it going, Cap Supreme? Hey, we were talking about your sprite earlier. We really appreciate the time and effort and artistry that you put into the sprite. Again, this little bouncy guy was made by Captain Supreme. So if you need any sprite work done, you better hit this guy up. Really enjoyed his process. You're talking till now, but you'll regret it when Spanish Armada's after you. All right. Simmer down, Mr. Temper. Your Majesty, I bring a letter from the King of Portugal. I hope the contents will be protected with you. Yes, I understand. Please give my regards to the King of Portugal. His Majesty will see you again. Let me explain sphere of influence. All right, so we delivered a letter. And I guess it was a good letter because they didn't complain about nothing. What do we got? Oh, you know what? I probably should have brought more money with me, but I didn't think to do that. So, oh well. Yeah, let's go ahead and restock. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? No, they didn't tell us the content of the letters. We don't know if it's like roses are red, violets are blue. Not Constantinople is what I would say to you. And the King of Istanbul is like, darn you, King of Portugal, you always know what to say to get under my feathers. And then he cries. And it's a soft cry. It's a like that. A little trembly cry that you hear in the night from your child's. I almost creeped myself out just then. Oh, so we had a power outage the other night. And it was dark, all right? And it got hot in the house. So I opened the bedroom door. I hate opening the bedroom door because that's how the ghosts get into the bedroom, all right? So then I wake up in the middle of the night because I sense something standing in my doorway. And I look up and I see a little big-headed, short-statured shadow. And I'm like, I've seen enough X-Files to know where this is going. And I call out my youngest son's name because it kind of looked like him. And he doesn't say anything. And you could bet the adrenaline spike was extreme. So I call again, his name louder. And finally, he's like, I can't sleep. I was like, oh my gosh. You almost gave me a heart attack as I was just coming out of a pleasant dream. Texas cryptid, yeah, reason number 25 to have children. They enjoy reenacting horror movies. Roses are red, violets are blue. I'm attacking Spain. How about you? How about you? He's attacking me? Or how about you would like to join in on attacking Spain? This wasn't clear. The King of Portugal being completely unclear. He only writes in, what is that, a limerick? Kudos for replacing TMBG with The Clash. Oh, no problem. No problem. That's the only song I know by them. There's probably other songs, maybe. I don't know. Can't prove that. Yeah, they're pretty big. The wife was at a wedding over in Tennessee this weekend, and they got it too. So, some nasty storms. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba, ba. You know what? Soundtrack goes a long way on this game. Soundtrack does a lot of the heavy lifting. Because the sailing mechanics is trash. Is schwarbage. And it's it's not that bad. But it's a little slow. It's a little slow. So having like some peaceful but like slightly upbeat music really definitely helps for sure. I guess we're going back to Portugal. I guess. Oh, look, a ship. A ship. Let's try and not avoid combat. No, come back here. I need to chase you to prove my manliness. You know what, though? I'm going to save first because I'm not that stupid. Oh, no, I was going to say, wait, you need a script that says Christopher crosses sailing. 3 times it changes to boat sequences. Yeah, there's a bit of a song from Hawaii that plays in my head every time I hear it. I can't really sing it because nobody's going to recognize it anyway. Big man, save first. Just verbal vomit. That's what it is. Change your name to Mr. Verbal Vomit. That'll be more accurate. You big meanie. How could you? All right, let's see. Probably not even a warship or a pirate at all. Really just some guy trying to do his job. Being criticized by his fellow peers for avoiding combat. I'm sure that's exactly what's happening. All right, let's see. Inspect. It is a now 2 galleons and a carrack. It is a Portuguese trade ship. So this isn't even pirates anyway. Or it's not even like Spanish warship. This is nothing. That's the first ship I've seen in like 40 hours. Oh, look. Oh, it is a pirate. Look, I'm happy now. They're engaging us to battle. El Drago, the pirate. I'm El Drago. Now that we've met, you're doomed. You won't throw me so easily. All right. Smooth move, McFly. Okay.
Nobody calls me chicken.
All right, let's try and figure out these nonsense battles now. Good thing is I just saved, so like we can go ahead and stock up on crew and stuff like that and come out here. Portuguese ships are pirates, or they can be. Okay, right? Because I'm from Portugal and I'm not a pirate, so there's that, right? Okay, let's see. When we need to get into position here, assume the position. This is, I don't even know what boat this is. Pirate galleon. Yeah, they've got a lot of dudes. I've only got one ship with boats. Or with boats. I've only got one ship with cannons, so what we'll probably do is go ahead and reset and then get the cannon thing all set up. What happens when you attack your own country's ships? I don't remember. Fame decreased. So I tried and oh, look at this. This is the game. Just so you guys know, this is the game that I was criticized earlier for avoiding. Don't blink or you'll miss it, but this is the game. The rest of it is menu sifting and isometric movement on the ocean. But this is it. So savor it. Enjoy it. Thank me for it. Love it. You will love it. Yeah, we're going to have to reset, though. I don't have enough crew or crap to manage this. Okay. All right. An actual battle that we're going to try and fight. Hideo 2. Oh, yeah. You got to make sure the way to win that boss fight is you got to plug the port into the other thing. Dude, he got me. First time that happened when I fought Psycho Mantis, he got me. Should totally battle less. You know what I should do is start avoiding battles, really. Realistically. Well, let's see what the king has to say here. His Majesty does not meet with foreigners. Excuse me. He will meet with me. Nation sphere of influence. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. All right. I don't have an extra first mate though, so unless they have one here. Nope. So we can't get another ship. So I think what I'll do is get more crew. And then I'll purchase some cannons. Oh, we don't have enough gold. What am I carrying? That's not a lot of money. At all. Well, I was on my trip back home. Let me see. What do we have here? What do I think this is? An RPG? Well done. Well done. 400 for a silver rosary? I don't think so. All right. See if I can at least afford more guns. Oh, 3 times the vibration? My gosh. It's just like making your hands itch. Oh yeah, remodel guns. Let's buy some guns. What kind of guns we got on the wizard? Okay, it's got a cannon on it. Or well, let's see, how much are cannons? Oh, that's not much. Oh yeah, it's much. Or maybe I should just stock up the one ship. Well, I don't know. Well, are they actually going to attack me? Because I was standing right next to them. Maybe I'll just do this tomorrow. What time is it? Oh, yeah, it's 3:20. All right, suckers. I'm going to do this tomorrow. Take that. I'll teach you not to tell me I'm avoiding battles. I'm going to actively avoid this battle and fight it off screen. I'll show the whole lot of you. Thanks for coming today. I'll see you all, I guess, next time. I don't know. No, we'll be on tomorrow. In all seriousness, we'll be on tomorrow. It'll be a good time. We'll be had by all. And maybe I'll go ahead and swing by. Let's say hi to Critbound, my good friend Critty Boy. Pirates will initiate attacks. Will they? Somehow. Hasta. I'll see you blokes tomorrow. Take care. Bye.